time and make sure I'm looking up. But of course, I am tagging my author of the day. I want you all to go on and share this out because sharing is what? Caring. And I know y'all care. I know y'all want to see this amazing interview and this amazing author, and hear the amazing story and amazing part of the book that she has written. It is going to be another great interview, y'all. Y'all know I love these author interviews with these amazing authors. So go ahead and share it out. Do the same thing that I'm over here doing because sharing is caring. All right, I got it all shared out. I see somebody is here with us. Hey, make sure y'all talk to us in the comments. Feel free to ask questions, anything. This is another amazing author interview for the other side of through, y'all. And these authors have definitely gone through some things, but they've come out on the other side, y'all. And they're sharing their testimony so that you can know that you can come out on the other side of through too. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you will go through, there is a greater side. There is another side, a side called victory, a side called overcomer, a side called I have made it through. So now we're going to get started. Y'all know how I do. I am going to read this amazing author's bio, and then I'm going to bring her on the stage and we're going to get this cracking, okay? All right. NaTasha Slack is a native of the South Side of Chicago, Illinois, with a story of inspiration to share. She is now thriving on her own journey after being involved in an abusive relationship from the age of 16 to the age of 25. NaTasha dropped out of high school at the age of 18 during the year of 1996 following the birth of her first child, but obtained her GED, I often say GPA, the following year. At age 19, she graduated with her certification as a nursing assistant and worked in the healing arts for over 20 years. Looking for more freedom in life, NaTasha would later go on to become a licensed real estate agent specializing in home valuation reports for financial institutions. Most importantly, NaTasha is now a born again Christian who answered yes to the call of God on her life. That's the most important part of all of this, okay? She is a mother of four amazing young adults, a grandmother of two amazing grandkids, a daughter, a sister of three older brothers, operating in her gift. I'm sorry, of three older brothers. Let's pause. Operating in her God given gifts of healing, transformation, and the truth of God's word. NaTasha shares God's love and comfort, helping victims of abuse. Through divine inspiration, NaTasha is an author and speaker, as well as an aspiring life coach. Complete book of The Awakening of a Butterfly, which is coming soon to you. So I introduce to some and present to others my girl, NaTasha. Hey,
Hello. Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Awesome and amazing. I just read your so beautiful bio. Hey, Fan, you the authors are coming in to support each other. I love it dearly. Um, and your bio spoke so well of you. I mean, come on now, you're so awesome anyway. But it's nothing like the author being able to introduce themselves, talk about a little bit about themselves. So, first, Trifania said, "Hey,
Hey,
Natasha."
Sha, how are you?
So I want you to tell our audience a little bit about you in your very own words.
Well, okay, I have to take notes on this, so y'all will see me looking down at my notes. Well, I am a child of God in my transformation process to becoming the highest possible me that I can, that God has created me to be, to help those along my journey. My journey is not my own. My journey helps me along the way, but it's not my own. It's to help others along the way. But you guys get ready for the book, and I actually changed the name of that book. I'm so sorry. It's called Dying for Love.
Wow, I have a chapter in one of my book called Dying for Love.
Oh, wow.
I think it's in my Because I Love Me book, my very first book. I'm gonna find it. I think I got it
And
either
guess
in the
what it's
suitcase or something.
about, Ryan? Putting you
I know,
first.
right? I'm like, that girl, come on, Jesus. Well, he be moving, he be speaking, okay? I love it. So y'all know. Okay, so you kind of segueing into the second question. So you are not a first-time author.
Yeah.
Tell us about your other projects and tell us about this project a little bit since you kind of like put it in there a little bit. I know I agree. Trifania said that's an awesome title, right? Pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like,
What
okay,
a lot of
now I
It's
gotta
what a
read
lot of
that.
us go through, and a lot of us like ashamed or embarrassed to admit. But a lot of us do be out here. We killing ourselves for love, and you gotta stop and put yourself first. You gotta learn how to
Hmm.
just you
So tell
got you
us
have.
about some of the. I'm gonna get off the screen and let you tell us about some of the projects you've already done, and then tell us a little bit about Dying for Love.
Okay. Okay, so my first book was called The Greatest Renovation Ever. Nobody really, the title is pretty much self explanatory by me being a real estate. You know, you go through this whole transformation process with yourself, going through life. That's for those who have chosen to make a change in their lives. So, The Greatest Renovation, but that was my first book. That book was written totally out of emotions. That's why I'm doing the revised version of Dying for Love. Um, the second book that I was a part of, I was in the my very first collaboration was with Nina. You Can Hope. Uh, Still have copies of that for sale. And this is the second project of the collaboration that I'm doing with Nina, which is the other side of Through. And of course, my next project that I am currently working on is called Dying for Love. It's basically talking about how you have to really dig into your childhood. Like you have to bring uh, that child up out of you that got trapped along the way, or pretty much brushed off to the side. How you have to nurture that person. You have to love that person. You have to groom that person into being who they were originally created to be, because a lot of times we get lost along the way when we get all these. Our community plays a big role on who we become in life, and a lot of times we have to shed off those things that no longer belongs to us. So it's about actually learning how to release things in order to see new things in life, learning how to close old chapters and welcome in and embrace new chapters in life.
Yeah, so get ready to buy that book. We're gonna make sure that her information is in the other side of Through so that you are able to connect with her so that when her book comes out, you can already be connected and ready to purchase the book. Do you have a tentative date for release for Dying for Love?
Um, Definitely, I'm gonna say the beginning of 2024, because of course it's gonna be a process with the the editing, the publishing, and everything. So the very beginning of 2024, which would be January.
Okay, so y'all got less than 6 months, so stay in contact with her. And of course, we're going to be putting up her contact information. We're going to go ahead and do that now so that you all know how to connect with her so that you can get your copy of Dying for Love. And right now, we're going to move into talking a little bit about the other side of Through. Tell us what drew you to this particular project.
For some reason, Nina just pops up at the most opportune times. I don't know why, but she popped up with. I saw her post about a collaboration that she was doing, and it was the other side of Through. And I was at that moment when I saw that, I had literally just hit a pivotal point in my life where I was releasing things in order to receive things from God. A lot of people don't understand, when you want to receive things in your life, you have to release certain things in order to get those new things. And it's like I kind of broke the rules with the autobiography part in there, so y'all gonna see the first part of my book in third person. Breaking rules is not a problem if you're not hurting yourself or nobody else. So I kind of broke the rules with the autobiography, and I did it in third person. The first half of it, and it's because it was showing me killing off my old, me dying to my old life in order to receive the new life that God had in store for me. So don't get confused with me speaking in the third person with that part. You know, it's kind of like the TV shows when they kill off the character and they bring them back, but in a different role. It's kind of like how the beginning of my book, beginning of my piece is, and the other side of Through. You know, we have to embrace the new. We can't be afraid of what's coming to us, because if you under God's instructions, if you under God's guidance, That's one thing that he is not going to lead you in the wrong direction. And to honestly be true, I've never been at peace with anything in my life. Anything that I've done in my life, this has been the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. Like this peace is just totally different from any peace I've ever experienced. Um, Go ahead, Nita.
That just gave me peace. I'm like, yes, come on, freedom, freedom. Go ahead. Wait, it looked like you was going to say something else. You got something else to say?
No, go ahead.
That is beautiful. Like, I love to hear that. And I tell people often we go through different transitions in life, we go through different stages in life. And when we come out on the other side, it's not just for us. So I want to say thank you for your yes. Thank you for saying this is my time, my season. I need to release this. And even for it being a precursor to what God has put in you for your solo book. Y'all know I'm all about people pushing these solo books out, not stopping at just collaborations, but using collaborations as a catalyst for you to go on and do even more. So I am very proud of you. I am very excited for you. And I cannot wait to see what else is going to come up from all of this and all that you're doing. Like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful that you allow God to transform you and that you're not afraid. And sometimes we have to, your writing is your writing. Can't nobody tell you you ain't doing this right, you ain't doing that right. Listen, you tell your story the way you tell your story, third person, first person, second person, all in one if you wanted to. And it's gonna be all all to the good. All right. Jawan said, I'm here. Thank you for being here.
Oh, that's my
And
oldest son.
Trifania said, peace is the most valuable. Yeah, come on. If you ain't
Yes,
got peace, you ain't got
yes.
nothing, especially coming from abuse.
This,
Especially coming from abuse. I agree.
yes, this piece. I mean,
So go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because I'm finna get you back to talking, girl. I'm finna get you back to talking. I want to know what we want to. So if y'all have never seen me do an interview, let me tell you, I like to have my authors tease folks just a little bit, just a little bit. So go ahead and tease the audience and let them know what you wrote about, and then get them a little bit. Don't get them all of the juicy stuff. Get them a little bit about your piece. Just read a little bit so that they can go on and tap into this information and run on over to your Cash App, your Venmo, your Zelle, and order their copy of The Other Side of Through. Y'all want to get it now while it's on sale. Why? Because the price goes up after November 15th. And so you want to get it while it's on sale. You want to get your copy so that when everybody is on social media talking about how bomb this book is, you got your copy and you'll be ready to read. So go ahead, Natasha. Let them know what you wrote about.
Okay. Tasha embarked on her healing journey in the early part of 2021. Unbeknownst to her, God had began revealing things from her early childhood up to the present time of underlying issues that needed to be dealt with. She literally had no idea how so many different situations had affected her for so many years. Her major void that had her on a scavenger hunt in an unkind world was that longing desire to be loved genuinely. That dangerous void would lead her to some of the most cruel spirits that she would ever encounter in her life. The desperate search for love landed her in an almost 10-year physically abusive relationship, then later a 4-year emotionally abusive relationship. Her obedience to God's vision for her life was what sparked her healing journey. It was her obedience to go deep into her feelings of everything she had experienced, no matter how she may have offended others involved. God wanted her to write down everything that brought pain to her heart. Excuse me.
Wow. And so I love that you said you had to write down everything that brought pain to your heart. And that's something a lot of people don't want to do, one, or don't want to
Right.
share. And I love it
Exactly.
because this takes you out of embarrassment into healing and wholeness.
Exactly. That he showed me my outlet.
Come on. That's your outlet. And I always tell people, I believe people got books in them, but even if it's just for yourself, just for your own legacy or your healing, it's important. We don't realize how talking and writing is so therapeutic. Some people don't want to go to the doctor. therapist, can you write? Yes, you can. Can you talk? Yes, you can. Get it out. And then you never know what happens from that. Some people take their journals and they make their journals books and different things. So I'm so excited for the audience to get a chance to read a whole lot more of what you wrote. And then after that, y'all get an opportunity to read her solo project at the beginning of 2024. How awesome is that? She is already a certified life coach, and now she is moving into getting all this stuff out so that she can go out here and help more people, y'all. She's gonna be out here helping more people. Journaling about it is a must. It helps you track it all. It is
Yeah,
so many different
it
things that
is.
it can do for you. So you got to make sure that you're in line. And so if you like, I need to learn how to get my story out there, how to release. NaTasha is doing it now, y'all. She's doing it now. She has worked this year with getting certified as a life coach. She is writing more. She's getting out there. She's getting herself together. Yes, I'm pushing her. She know I am. She know I ain't asked no permission. I don't ask permission because she know I'm gonna push her. No, no matter what, I'm gonna push her to be like she said. She's becoming the best version of her, and she has that peace. And when we do that, we can move into the purpose that God has us for us, because He has a purpose for all of us. And so she's moving into that way. And so we are excited for you, NaTasha. We have her contact information right here. The book is on pre-sale for $20, y'all. Go get the book. Purchase the book from her. Support her. All y'all that's on here, because I can see all y'all that's on here. Don't run up off here because I said I can see you. I can't literally see you, okay? Um, but I see that there's plenty of people in the room. Go and get your copy. Go and get your copy. Why? Because you know, and you want to read what she wrote. You want to read the rest of it. She only gave you a little bit, and she wrote a whole lot. So you want to go and get your copy of this book so that you can not only support her, but there's a total of 15 authors in this book, and you will be supporting her. If you feel like, well, that's not my story, guess what? It's a story in here for you. It is a story in here for you. So screenshot her information. Christmas time coming up. Grab it for someone that you know that is going through, that you want to see them on the other side. Come on and get this book for them, so that you can support them. Now, NaTasha, other than this, I have your information down here. I got all your stuff down here for people to be able to reach out to you. But I never ever want to end an interview without giving the author a chance to pour into I said it right, the author a chance to pour into the audience. So I'm gonna step back, go off camera, and I know Holy Spirit then been speaking to you, and I'm gonna let you speak to the audience.
Yes. Okay. I want to leave everybody with get out of God's way. Get out of God's way and stop putting limits on what He can do in your life. Like I have experienced God in His healing with His healing powers. God has been my protector for years without me knowing who He was. God has been my provider. That's my first love. And hold on 1 second because I took notes. You know, and that's the whole thing. We tend to want to be, or we always want to appear like we these superhumans, or that we super strong, and like we could do everything on ourselves or take this life on by ourselves. And that's not how God intended for any of us to live. And it actually took me getting out of my own way and allowing God to release it, surrendering and submitting to Him completely, and allowing Him in and allowing His power to show in my life. Get out of God's way. That's what I leave with y'all.
Listen, between me and her, we can go back and forth and like on that right there for a minute, because being in his way, you don't realize what you're doing to yourself. You don't realize what you're doing to yourself. He has plans to prosper you, plans for you to be in good health, plans for you that are abundant. Abundant. Jesus said, I come that you might have life and have that more abundantly. So if you are not living an abundant life, is it that you're in God's way? Do you need to get out of his way? Do you need to surrender? Do you need to let go of your will for his will? See, Tasha, you done opened up some stuff, okay? Don't be opening up this stuff up in here because we've been started this whole sermon up in here. But seriously,
Right.
somebody needed to hear that. We don't know who needed to hear it, but somebody needed to hear that. And he spoke to NaTasha to give that to you. And so if you took it for yourself, if you feel it, let it really, really change your life. Let it really do something to you. You know, get out of his way. He works best when you ain't in his way, when you take your hands off of it, when you allow him to be who he is, which is God, your daddy. He care
Oh
about
my God.
you. I love that you said he's your first love. He's your love. He's your love.
Exactly.
Are
Yes.
you letting him love you? Let
Exactly.
him love you.
And
The
you know,
greatest
line.
love of all is love. Go ahead.
You ever seen that movie Harriet? I took a line from there when I said I held dear to that line. When a lady in there, she was like, "What is a man to a woman touched by God?" I'm like, you know what? This is he's my first love. And as you have
Hmm.
to make these different shifts to allow him in every area.
Every day. Okay? And it's a daily sacrifice. Your flesh gonna try to rise up, but
Of
the
course.
spirit is willing, even when the flesh is weak.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to pour?
Nah, I'm gonna let them read the book.
See? Y'all heard her. Y'all go read the book. But in order to read the book, you got to do what? Buy the book. And then you could be preparing for her solo book, which is going to come out in 2024 because she done already released it out on this. And we don't want to have to come back next year. And it'd be like April, May, June. And I be sending her messages like, you do
Oh no.
know.
Oh
Let me
no.
send you this
But
this
you know what? I've been
interview.
sitting on this one. I've been sitting on this one for 2 years now. When God released it to me to fix that first book, I'm like, I didn't see the right time. I'm like, I don't see where I need to. But when it came this year, I'm like, now's the time. So it's definitely, I'm already in the process of finishing it up. So it's definitely time.
Yes. So y'all look for it. Look for Dying for Love. Y'all heard that title is powerful. And I know many of us, I've been there. I've been there. Hello. I've been
Okay.
there. Okay. So I don't know very many people that can't say they haven't been there. But if you haven't been
Exactly.
there, that's amazing. Still get the book so that you don't get there. So
Right.
that you can
Bottom
learn what
line.
not to do. Or so that you can share it with a young lady, because NaTasha is one of the ladies that I've been talking to, and we ready to pour into these young ladies. So if it's some young
Yes.
adults,
Yes.
listen. If it's some young adults that's serious and really want to look at some stuff and really want to change their lives and really want to stop dying for love and really want to learn to live for love in the right way,
Right.
come on, reach out to us. Reach out to us. I already got a few little young ladies that I believe I need to buy the book for. So I'm making a commitment to buying at least 3 books when it come out. So
Okay.
y'all make sure that y'all get these books, stay in contact with her, because we are here to help the next generation. And I ain't just talking about the
Exactly.
little kids. I'm talking about these young adults who people kept
Yes.
calling them a lost generation. And now they out here really acting like they're lost. But no, we're going to help them find themselves. We're going to help them find their identity in Christ. We're going to help them find what love looks like so that they can be loved by God first, love themselves, and then properly love others and know when someone really is loving them.
Exactly. In a healthy way.
Come on. That's the only way. I've been there, but still making strides forward. Amen.
Hey,
Because you don't
cuz.
have to stay where you are. You don't
Exactly.
have to stay in nothing bad. That's a trick of the
Exactly.
enemy.
It is. It is. It's his. Of course, we all know that his main purpose is not for you to find your purpose.
Still kill and destroy. He wants to destroy every fiber of your being. The devil don't like you, and he will never like you. Even if you're on his side, he still don't like you.
Right.
So why give him any credit? Why give him anything? Okay, I know. Y'all go buy the book. Go buy the book. Be ready to buy her next book. You've already got a commitment from me for 3 books, minimal, at least 3 books. So y'all, we are so excited. NaTasha, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and share what you have written for the other side of through. Y'all, the other side of through comes out on Cyber Monday. But pre-sale ends on November 15th because we want to order the books and we want to make sure that you all have the books in hand. We want to make sure the authors have all their books in hand in enough time. So go ahead and order your copy of the book. Go ahead and be ready for the amazing launch when we launch, and go ahead and share it with someone. You can already have their Christmas gifts early. So go ahead and grab a couple copies because they will be amazing stocking stuffers. Okay. We love you all. We thank you all so very much. Again, screenshot her information, get some books, and we will see you all next time. Bye for now.
See y'all later.